Hey guys, this is Josh F151 Tech back with another video. And in this video, I actually have some disappointing news. So, I'm actually going to be keeping my current setup that I currently have up here in the attic. So, as you guys can see here, I am up in the attic right now, and I have my Chester Cheetah SDX75 gateway slash modem over there, and I have my Waveform 4x4 Legacy antenna over there pointing out the window near the old truck stop down the road from me. So I have the Elsys antenna down there on the floor, and as you guys can see, I actually have a bunch of stuff over here. I have Ethernet cables everywhere. I have the Ethernet adapter up there, the PoE, if you will, the power over Ethernet adapter over there. And unfortunately, guys, I'm not going to be going with this antenna. And if you guys can tell, I'm actually sick. I actually have somewhat of a cold going on, so I apologize for that if I sound kind of groggy in this video. But I had to make a video on this because it's just not going to work out. It's just not going to work out. And I actually tried to put the SIM card from my Chester Cheetah SDX75 gateway slash modem in the Elsys, and it does come up. It lights up and everything, and it works fine with that. And it tells me that there's an unlimited Metro by T-Mobile SIM card in there. But I read online that I have to do all these AT commands and stuff like that, and TTL commands and stuff like that. And unfortunately, there's just a lot involved with that. Like, you have to turn on developer mode, you have to do all that kind of stuff. With the Chester Cheetah SDX75, I don't have to do all that mess. I don't have to do all that, and I don't have to turn on a developer mode or anything like that, and do commands and PuTTY and stuff like that on my computer. And it can all just be done in the admin page on the SDX75, the Chester Cheetah SDX75. And with this, it's just a lot more of a pain, to be honest with you guys. It's just a lot more of a pain, and I couldn't for the life of me get it to connect to my mesh Wi-Fi system. I tried bridge mode, I tried the regular mode, I tried it in different kinds of modes, I tried different bands, and the SIM card was showing that it was in there. The SIM card was showing, and I got the IMEI changed over and everything, because I know that you have to like spoof the IMEI, kind of like with the SDX75 over there, the Chester Cheetah SDX75, and I did that, and it was still giving me a hard time. So I thought to myself, well, maybe it has something to do with my Pi-hole server. So I actually deleted and uninstalled my entire Pi-hole server, which blocks ads and trackers and all that kind of stuff. And I deleted that, I uninstalled it, and I reset the network. I reset the entire network, and then I tried doing it again, and it still didn't want to give me an internet connection. It still didn't want to hook up to my internet and stuff like that. And I took the SIM out and I put it back in the Chester Cheetah SDX75 and ran some commands on that and got that set back up. And I just was done with it, guys. I'm sorry, but I tried to get it working and everything. And I also want to leave down below in the description, though, people were actually telling me, now this was just going to be a test thing. This was just going to be a test thing anyway. So I'm not really that unhappy about it. I'm going to either try to return this to the eBay seller that I bought it from, or I'm going to sell it on Facebook yard sale or something like that, because I'm not going to need it. I'm really not. But this was just like a test thing. Like I said, I told you guys that I didn't know if I was going to use this as my official setup or not, and unfortunately it doesn't look like I'm going to, because I don't really have the time to mess with this, like go all through PuTTY and stuff like that, and run all these AT commands over my computer and stuff like that. And not only that, but I was also reading on Reddit, and I will leave the link down below in the description. Like I said, I was reading on Reddit, well, I actually posted on Reddit, and somebody commented, and they actually told me that the SDX62 gateway slash modem, the chipset, if you will, actually the chipset, the SDX62 chipset is definitely a lot slower than the SDX75. Well, you guys would probably tell me, well, Josh, we could have told you that, but the difference, the main difference between this antenna and the setup that I currently have is that you're running more wires. You're running like more cables and stuff, and you're running an external antenna. So the help with this would be is that you're possibly going to get better speeds or better reliability because the SDX62 gateway slash modem is actually built directly into the antenna. But the more that I was talking on Reddit and the more people were getting back to me about this, they actually told me that I most likely wouldn't see a difference of anything. I would see a speed decrease because the SDX62 chip is a lot older and it's just not all up to speed like the SDX75 chipset over there, the gateway slash modem over there is. So you can't really do as much band aggravating and aggravation and stuff like that. You can't really lock onto as many bands. You know, like I said, most of the bands in this area, the SDX62 chipset would support, and the same with the SDX75. That probably has even more bands that are going to be available. But I was reading on Reddit and people were commenting back to me because I actually asked on there, you know, would this be worth it? And a lot of people were actually telling me no. And I was asking them, you know, I was telling them what the problem I was having with this is, and people were just saying that it might be something to do with your mesh Wi-Fi system or something like that, or it might be a bad gateway slash modem inside there or something like that. Because it's weird, because when I put the SIM card in there, it actually comes up on there, it says 4G and 5G Metro by T-Mobile unlimited SIM card. And I got the SIM card, like I put the SIM card in there and I got the SIM card set up to how it was supposed to be. I did run some AT commands and stuff to be able to get the SIM card spoofed and everything like that, like you have to do with the Chester Cheetah SDX75 gateway slash modem. You have to go in there and you have to run some AT commands, and I did that, and it still wasn't connecting to my mesh Wi-Fi system. So I just gave up on it. You know, I have to go to work soon here. I have to worry about my new job. I'm going to be getting trained for my new job and everything like that. And I just don't have the time. I'm going to be going to a physical this coming Wednesday for my new job, and I'm going to be getting ready to go to my new job here soon. So I just figured to myself, you know, this is not a bad setup. You know, I get 700 or so on the download with this setup that I have, which is a lot better than most people, especially in a rural area. And like I've said before, you know, you guys can go back on my channel and you guys can check and see, you know, you guys can see for yourself that I definitely do get those kind of speeds. So people were basically telling me on Reddit, you know, you're basically going backwards even if you would try to get better reliability and speed out of the Elsys compared to the setup that you currently have. Obviously the SDX75 is a better chip and everything, and there's like more bands, there's more band aggravation, and there's just more coming to it. Like there's going to be more updates to it. And with the SDX62, why the antenna and the gateway slash modem is actually built into the antenna itself, it's still an older chipset is basically what I'm trying to get out. So why it is upsetting that I'm not going to actually be able to do any speed tests, I don't really have the time to do this, guys. I'm sorry. But there are other videos out there like the Nader Tater and stuff like that. You know, he goes more into detail. He actually has videos, the Elsys versus the waveform over there like I have, and he had it hooked up to a Chester Cheetah SDX75 and stuff like that, and he ran like various tests and stuff. So if you want to know more about those tests between these two, then definitely check out his channel. I'll leave that down below in the description as well. I'll leave the Nader Tater videos and stuff down below in the description as well. But unfortunately, guys, like I said, it is unfortunate, but I definitely have to worry about my job coming up. I have to worry about my physical coming up, which is on Wednesday, and I just have to worry about that kind of stuff. And like I said, you know, with this setup that I have, it's definitely a lot better than what some people are getting in a rural area, and the speeds are definitely usable. The speeds are definitely great, and I actually showed you guys a video not long ago. I actually showed you guys the speeds were actually holding steady in the 700 range even when it was snowing about about a week or so ago. So this setup is really going to be the setup that I'm going to stick with right now, and that's what we're going to go with. So but anyway, yeah, guys, like I said, it is unfortunate, but I will definitely be making more speed test videos and stuff, and I'll definitely be making more videos on the 5G home internet, the cellular 5G home internet, and stuff like that, so definitely stick around for that. But anyway, yeah, guys, like I said, just wanted to get this video out there. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe, and until next time, guys.